Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this part we will discuss Fourier cosine and sine series, and after that we will see some examples on it. Those who have not seen my last video, just try to watch that video first. That is, in that video we have discussed the even function as well as the odd function and some properties of the even and odd function. So let us start Fourier cosine series. So here we have to consider the function to be even. That is, here let us consider f of x. It is an even function within the interval minus pi to plus pi. So we can write, since this is the even function, so we can write therefore f of minus x will be equal to plus f of x. Since this is the even function, so I can write f of minus x equal to f of x. And now if I write the Fourier coefficient, so that is, first of all let me write a naught. So this will be a naught equal to 1 by 2 pi integration over minus pi to plus pi. This is your f of x dx. Okay. And also you know from the properties, that is in the previous classes that we have already discussed. So if we will consider the integration from minus pi to plus pi, f of x dx, where f of x is the even function. So this can be written as, this will be equal to 2 into 0 to pi, 2 into integration from 0 to pi f of x dx. So this is the properties of the even function. That is, you will take the integration of an even function, you will get this much. For the interval minus pi to plus pi, this will change to 0 to pi, and you have to multiply the 2 term here. So now we can write for this a naught, we can write this will be equal to 1 by 2 pi. And here I have to multiply 2 into integration values change from 0 to pi f of x dx. Okay. So this 2 get cancelled. So finally we can write the value of a naught will be equal to, this is your 1 by pi integration 0 to pi f of x dx. Okay. Now similarly we can calculate the other coefficient. Suppose an, let me calculate. So an will be equal to, we know this is equal to 1 by pi integration from minus pi to plus pi. This is f of x cos nx dx. Okay. Now first of all you have to check this total integration whether it is even or odd. Now you can see f of x is the even function. That is, initially we have considered this function to be even first. So this function is your even. So let me write, this is your even function and cos is the even function. So when you multiply the even function with the even function, then definitely you will give an even function. This is the property of the even function. The product of this even function will get a even function. So now if I will integrate this term, even term, again you will get this expression, that is minus pi to plus pi, this integration term. This is your, simply you have to just imagine this f of x is your even function. So here this f of x and cosine nx, if I will consider this total term to be, suppose g of x, so that is also your even function. So you have to take the integration of g of x dx, that is from minus pi to plus pi, so that you can change the limit from 0 to pi and can consider this to be 0 to pi with the 2 multiplied. Okay, we have to multiply 2 here. Now if I solve this one, I will get, so let me write, this is equal to 1 by pi, that is directly I am writing here, this will be 2 by pi integration limit from 0 to pi, and the value will remain same, that is f of x cos nx dx. Okay. Now if I will write for the coefficient bn equal to 1 by pi integration from minus pi to plus pi, this is your f of x into sin nx dx. Here you know this f of x, we are considering the even function. It is the even function, but sine function is always odd function. Okay, we have discussed briefly in this in the previous video, so I am not going further detail in it. Since this sine function, it is an odd function, when you multiply an even function with the odd function, you will get an odd function. So now you have to integrate for the odd function. with respect to dx. So when you will integrate the odd function, you will get the result that is your 0. Okay. Now if I write, so this value will goes to 0. So this term 1 by pi into 0, that will goes to 0. Now if I write the Fourier series, now the Fourier series, you know, Fourier series, if I will write the Fourier series, f of x equal to, this is your a naught plus sum over n equal to 1 to infinite a n cos nx plus sum over n equal to 1 to infinite bn sin nx. This is the general form for the Fourier series, but here the bn coefficient is 0, so this term goes to 0. So I can directly write the Fourier series for the f of x, that is the Fourier series, Fourier cosine series will be equal to f of x equal to this much. Okay, so you can expand this, that is also equal to a naught plus, if I will put the value, that is n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, this will be a1 cos x plus a2 cos 2x and so on. Okay, this is the Fourier cosine series. Okay, so this series contains only the cosine term. Since this term contains only the cosine term, that's why it is called the Fourier cosine series. Okay, now we will calculate the Fourier sine series. So let us consider, in case of the Fourier cosine series, we are considering the function to be even, and here we have to consider the function to be odd for the Fourier sine expansion. Okay, so let us consider the function to be odd, so that we can write f of minus x, that is equal to minus f of x. This is the odd function. Okay, now we have to calculate the Fourier coefficient. Now let us calculate the Fourier coefficient. Suppose first of all I will calculate a naught. So a naught will be equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus pi to plus pi f of x dx. Since here we are considering the odd function, so you know the integration for the odd function equal to 0. So this is the previous lecture part. You can see here we have already calculated. When the function is odd, then the integration from minus pi to plus pi is 0, and when the function is even, its value is twice of this much. Okay, the integration changed from 0 to pi, and this value is equal to this much. Okay, now from this expression you can see f of x is the odd function, so directly I can write the value is equal to 0. Now we have to calculate an coefficient. You know an equal to 1 by pi integration value changed from minus pi to plus pi f of x into cos nx dx. Okay, now first of all see, f of x, it is the odd function, this is your odd function, but cos is the even function. So when you multiply odd with the even function, you will get an odd function. Let me show you. Here you can see the product of the even and odd function, even odd or odd with the even. Okay, this will give a odd function. In the previous lecture we have already discussed this. Okay, so since this is the odd function, we can directly write the odd function integration equal to 0. So directly I can write this equal to 0. Now we will calculate the coefficient bn. Now the bn equal to 1 by pi integration from minus pi to plus pi f of x sin nx dx. Okay, here we have considered the function to be the odd function. Here we have considered the function is odd. So now we can write, since the function is odd, f of x is your odd function. This is your odd function. Sin nx is your odd function. So when you multiply the odd function with the odd function, you will get an even function. That is the property of it. So since this is the even function, now we can write this is equal to, the integration value will be, this will be 2 into 0 to pi integration f of x sin nx dx, and 1 by term is already present out of the integration. Okay, bn value will be equal to this much. So now in this part you can see the value of a naught and an equal to 0. Now if I write the Fourier series, so the Fourier series therefore can write f of x will be equal to a naught. So this is your, let me write the general expression first. A naught plus n equal to 1 to infinite a n cos nx plus n equal to 1 to infinite b n sin nx. Since here a naught and a n term, it goes to 0, that is a naught term and a n term goes to 0, so I can write bn value equal to, bn value exists only, so here simply I can write, therefore the Fourier sine series, let me write fs of x, so this is equal to this term goes to 0 as well as this term goes to 0, so I can write this is equal to sum over n equal to 1 to infinite bn sin nx. Okay, so this is the Fourier sine series. Now you can expand this one, that is if I write this, if we'll put the value of n equal to 1 2 3 4 so on, this will be b1 sin x plus b2 sin 2x plus so on, b2 sin 2x plus b3 sin 3x and so on. Okay, so here you can see the series contains only the sine term. Since the series contains only the sine term, that's why it is called the Fourier sine series. So this is the basic of Fourier cosine as well as the sine series. That is, in case of the cosine series, you have to consider the function to be even, and when you are considering the Fourier sine series, you have to take the function to be the odd function, and after that finally what you got the conclusion, that is, in case of the Fourier cosine series, in the Fourier cosine series, the a naught value, that is a naught coefficient and a n coefficient exist, but bn is equal to 0, and in case of sine series only bn part exists as well as a naught and a n coefficient equal to 0. So this is the basic difference between Fourier cosine series and the Fourier sine series. Now let us solve some example. Suppose the first question is, you have to expand, the question is you have to expand f of x equal to x, this given the function equal to x in the Fourier series. In the Fourier series, the interval is minus pi to plus pi, that is minus pi, the x lies between minus pi to plus pi. Okay, the question is this. Now how can you solve this question? So now let us first calculate whether this is your even function or odd function. F of minus x equal to, this is your minus x, so this is definitely, this is an odd function. Since this is the odd function and it is given for the interval minus pi to plus pi, so directly just imagine for the odd function you have to consider the Fourier sine series, or I can directly write the Fourier odd series. When we are considering the Fourier sine series, if you can remember, for the Fourier sine series, here you can see for the Fourier sine series a naught coefficient and a n coefficient goes to 0. Since this coefficient goes to 0, I will directly calculate the value of bn. Okay, so no need to calculate a naught and a n. Now just calculate Fourier sine series. That is, first of all you have to calculate the Fourier coefficient, that is bn only. Since a naught and a n equal to 0, so you have to calculate only the bn term. So bn equal to, directly if you will put the value 2 by pi integration from 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. Okay, now if we will substitute the value, or we can write bn will be equal to 2 by pi integration from 0 to pi, the value of f of x is x sin nx dx, you have to write. Now simply you have to just integrate this term, that is x into sin nx dx. Now if I will apply the integration by parts, so you will apply the integration by parts. Let me write the formula. You know, if there are two functions, that is suppose u1v, and you have to integrate with respect to dx, so the integration value will be equal to u integration v dx minus integration dou u by dou x into integration v dx whole into dx. Okay, so this is the integration by parts. As well as you should note that you have to apply Euler formula. What is Euler? So I means the inverse function, and L means logarithmic function, and A means algebraic function, and t means trigonometric function, and e means the exponential function. Okay, now if you will apply this formula, so you have to first consider here, this is x is your algebraic function and sine is your trigonometric function. So first you have to consider a, that after t. So a means this is your u, and you have to take sine nx to be v. Okay, now I can write, so let me just remove this part. Now I can write, in place of u I have to write this is your x. So bn will be equal to 2 by pi, the bracket start, u value is your x, integration sine nx dx minus integration dou by dou x of x into integration v means sine nx into dx, and again whole into dx, and finally that after you have to put the value of integration, that is 0 to pi. After integration always you will put the value, that is the limiting value if it is given. After calculating the integration value you have to put the value. Now let us first calculate, this is your 2 by pi, this is your x, the integration of sine nx will be minus cos nx divided by n. Okay, this is will be in your bracket, minus dou x by dou x is your 1. Okay, you have to integrate sine nx dx. So integration here also the integration is present. The sine nx dx integration will be minus cosine, so this will be plus cos nx divided by n, and again you have to integrate this from 0 to pi. Now if I directly write this here, again you have to integrate this term. So the integration of cos nx will be sin nx divided by n. So this will be divided by n square. That is after integration. Let me write directly here. In this part I will write this is equal to sin nx, I will write divided by n square. Okay. So let me write this part here directly. So this will be, I am just removing this integration sign also. So finally I can write this will be sin nx divided by n square, and you have to integrate over the limit 0 to pi. Okay. Now let us substitute this value. If you will put the value of pi, then this will be equal to, this is your 2 by pi, and here this will be pi. This negative sign is taken common. So this will be minus pi divided by n cos n pi. This is your cos n pi minus, this will be, this is your, for the lower limit you have to just like upper limit minus lower limit, and also this is for that, this is your minus n, but for the x I have to write 0. So 0 into something is your 0. So I am not writing the for the lower limit. Okay, since in place of x if I put the lower limit to be 0, that part goes to 0, so I am not writing that part. Plus, you know, if I put the value of pi here, sin n pi is 0 as well as sin 0 is 0. So the second term that will vanishes. So now this pi get cancelled, that is equal to minus 2 by n into cos n pi. Just remember the value of cos n pi is equal to minus 1 power n. Since this value is equal to this much, I have to write this is your minus 1 power n. Because of this minus sign, this is simply nothing but minus 1. So this is minus 1 power 1 and this is minus 1 power n. Now you can directly write this is equal to, let me write, this is equal to 2 by n into minus 1 power n plus 1. Okay. So in this way you can expand the series, that this is your bn coefficient. Now you can write the Fourier series, that is, you know, the Fourier series f of x equal to, that is the question, f of x equal to x is given, and for the Fourier sine this value equal to sum over n equal to 1 to infinite bn sin nx. So if we will put the value of bn, so the value of bn is 2 by n, this is your sum over 2 by n minus 1 power n plus 1 sin nx, n equal to 1 to infinite. Okay. So now you can substitute the value of n, that is the summation value, n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, you can put, this is your 2 into minus 1 power square, so this will be 2 sin x plus 2 by 2, that is your 1 minus 1 that is minus 1 power 2 plus 1, that will be 3, so minus 1 term will be present. This will be sine 2x, and so on the term you can write. Okay, so this is the Fourier sine expansion of the f of x equal to x. You may say this is the Fourier sine expansion, or this is the f of x equal to x within the interval minus pi to plus pi. The Fourier series expansion will be equal to this much. Now let us take another example. Suppose f of x equal to, you have to calculate f of x equal to s square, expand in Fourier series, expand in Fourier series in the interval minus pi to plus pi. Okay, this is our question. Now how we will solve this? Now first of all check whether f of minus x equal to even or odd. So this is your minus x whole square, that is equal to x square, and which I can write this is equal to f of x. So this is basically the even function. So for the even function, we know for the even function the bn coefficient goes to 0. The bn coefficient goes to 0, and you have to calculate a naught as well as an. So you can see here for the even function, that is we have to consider the Fourier cosine series, and here the bn coefficient goes to 0 as well as a naught and an value exist, we can say. Now let us calculate the value of a naught. Okay, so here a naught will be equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus pi to plus pi f of x dx. Okay, so here f of x is the even function. So for the even function I can write, or directly let me write the Fourier cosine series formula. So let me write directly a naught will be equal to, that is from this part you can see a naught equal to 1 by pi integration 0 to pi f of x dx. So this will be equal to 1 by pi integration from 0 to pi f of x dx. Here f of x is your s square dx, and if I will calculate this is equal to 1 by pi s square dx integration will be s cube divided by 3 over the 0 to pi. So that will be equal to 1 by pi into pi cube by 3, that is if I substitute the value of pi in place of x, that is the upper limit. So simply I can write this will be pi cube by 3, and the lower limit that will goes to 0. So finally this is equal to pi square divided by 3. This is your a naught, that is the coefficient. Okay, now we will calculate a n. So the value of a n equal to 1 by pi integration over, so let me directly write this will be 2 by pi 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx. Okay, now if I write the value of f of x, that is your x square is given in the question, that is 2 by pi integration over 0 to pi, it is x square cos nx dx. It is also in the uv form, there are two functions. So now if I will use the Euler formula, this function to be u and this one is your v. Okay, now if I will solve by using the by parts, this will be 2 by pi, if I write u, that is your x square integration over v dx, that is your cos nx dx, minus integration dou x square divided by dou x integration cos nx dx whole into dx. Okay, so now if I will calculate this one, and it is here the integration from 0 to pi. Okay, now I can write this is equal to 2 by pi. So now you can put the value, that is dou x square by dou x. So this is your 2x, and you have to integrate cosine nx dx. That is, after if you will integrate this term, again this will be in the form of sin nx by n. So now again you have to integrate, that is here if I write this is 2x, this is somehow sin nx by n, and here also again you have to integrate. So not doing this much of step. So let me tell you one method, that is your Kronecker method, let me tell you. So let me just erase this part. So I will tell you the Kronecker method, so that this type of integration you can solve it easily. So if there are two functions, when there are two functions, let me write, suppose the integration you have to integrate f of x into g of x dx. If there are two functions, then you can integrate, that is first of all you have to write the first function, then you have to take the second function derivative, that is let me write g1 of x. Okay, Now the negative sign, you have to take the first function derivative, that is suppose f prime of x, let me write, and the second function second derivative, second function integration. I will tell you what is g1 of x and g2 of x. Here g1 of x is the integration over g of x dx, okay, and f prime of x is the derivative of f of x. This is your df by dx, okay. And similarly, when you will take g2 of x, this is the this is the integration of g1 of x dx, okay. And again the next term will be plus f double prime of x, and this is your g3 of x, and so on, okay. So basically you have to write first the first term, then the second term integration, then first term derivative. This is your the zeroth order derivative, zeroth order derivative f, the zeroth order derivative of x in the second term, first order derivative of x, then the second derivative of x, and so on. And for the g, for the second term, you have to take the integration of this, then you have to take the integration of the first term, then you have to take the integration of the second term, and so on. And here 1 plus minus the sign will get repeated, okay. Now if I directly use this formula, now I can write this function to be, this method is quite easy. So here I can write the coefficient, that is an we are calculating here. So I can directly write an is equal to an, let me change the color so that, yes, an equal to, I can write 2 by pi. For this integration limit, it will remain as it is. So first of all, x square is your f of x, and this one is your g of x, okay. So for the first function, now first let me write x square, I will write, then cosine nx integration. So cosine nx integration will give sin nx divided by n, okay, minus the first function derivative, that will be your 2x, x square derivative is your 2x. Again the integration over this term, that is sin x term, sin nx by n. So here you have to write 1 by n term is present here, already 1 by n is present here. So this will be the the integration over sin nx will be equal to, this will be plus cosine, the minus n becomes plus cos nx divided by n. So this will be 2x by n square into cos nx, okay. Now for the third term, I will write, this will be the second derivative. So this will be the second derivative of f of x. So the first derivative, it is 2x. First of all you have to write the function s square, then you have to take the derivative, first order derivative, that is 2x. Now that after you have to take the again derivative, that will be 2, okay. Now again this is 1 by n square will be remain as it is, and the integration over cosine nx, this will be sin nx divided by n. So this will be n cube, okay. So 2 by n cube sin nx, and here the integration from 0 to pi. Since you know, if I put the value of sin n pi here, upper limit, that will goes to 0, and for the lower limit if you put 0, so this term as a whole it will goes to 0. Sin 0 is 0 and sin pi is 0, sin n pi is 0. Now for the second term I can write, this is 2 by pi. For the second term if I write, this is 2 by n square. Here for the x term I will write pi, and this will be your cos n pi, and if I put the value 0, the lower limit, since x equal to 0, if I put the second term goes to 0, for the lower limit that will goes to 0. And again for the third term if I put sin n pi, that will goes to 0, and again if I put sin 0, that is equal to 0. So let me write only this term, and this will be equal to this pi with this pi get cancelled, 2 into 2, that will be 4 divided by n square cos n by minus 1 power n, okay. So in this way you have calculated a naught and a n value. So a naught value is pi square by 3, and a n value is your 4 by n square minus 1 power n. Now if I write the Fourier series, that is here we are calculating Fourier series for the x square. So if I write the total Fourier series, f of x will be equal to, f of x is equal to x square, and that is equal to a naught plus, in general if I write This will be, that is for the, since here the bn coefficient is 0, since it is the even function, that is the Fourier cosine series here I am writing. This is simply a naught plus sum over n equal to 1 to infinite a n cos nx, and here we have calculated the value of a naught is pi square by 3. So if I write, this is your pi square by 3, this is equal to pi square divided by 3 plus sum over n equal to 1 to infinite. The value of a n equal to 4 by n square minus 1 power n. So if I write it here, so this will be 4 by n square minus 1 power n into cos nx. Now you can substitute the value n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and you can calculate the series. So basically the Fourier series for the x square, so if I write, the expansion of the x square is equal to this much. Okay. So in this way you can calculate the series expansion of any function. That is basically for the algebraic function. Up to this much we have studied about the algebraic function, that is any power of x. You can expand in terms of the Fourier cosine series or sine series, or you can say the combination of the cosine series and the sine series expansion. You can calculate. Okay. So this is all for today. So if you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Just try to solve some more problems on it. Thank you all.